Okay, we're back in Legend of Heroes, Trails in Reverie, and we need to dip into the corridor now, so... lots of stuff to do. Just showing you that we've gotten so far for all the other characters to unlock the next stratum. And I can't remember how it is I reported the missions outside the corridor, but we need to do that. There's probably going to be some scenes,
New
too.
information available for all visitors. Confirming completion of a new stratum. Permissions now granted to enter the Reverie Corridor's third stratum.
We finally have another stratum to explore. It's clear that this Reverie corridor is made with a specific purpose in mind, unlike the one that appeared under the old schoolhouse. Can't help but wonder whether my guess to what the Black Mirror is could be right. There's just too much still unanswered. We may as well make it the best of the situation we're in for now. One thing's for sure, we're going to need the experience we gain here in the near future. The state has changed. You will now begin exploring the Reverie Garden as Reen. Noel will now assist you. Randy, Toa, Machias will now assist. Estelle and Joshua can assist. Laura, Fee, and Celine can assist. Duvley can assist. Arios can assist. What sweet dream come true is this, reunited so soon with my beloved Toa? Not to mention several other angelic maidens in the flock. Is this heaven? It's heaven, isn't it? You can tell me. We can change planes of reality, but you'll never change, Angie. Still, it's a relief to have you with us, too. Let's fight together like the good old days. Obviously, I wouldn't want to miss the chance to impress you, my sweet. So this place is to provide as a training ground of sorts, and a rather valuable one from what I can gather. There's nothing like genuine trials to help one refine their skills, but that doesn't seem to be this place's only benefit. True, it also provides the opportunity to strengthen our teamwork together as well as each of our individual skills. I hope you're not thinking of counting me among that group. We are not teammates. But I may as well take the chance to grow stronger while I'm here, and you two are Saiyans will be assisting me. I'm sure the time spent together will be equally beneficial to myself. I hope to learn even more from you as well, Father. Gladly.
Central core activated.
Flawless victory 3 times. That's fairly easy to do. Link attack burst 3 times. That one's expensive. 3 formidable foes. Easy. Arios has to inflict the break state. Tita nailed the assault attack. We can bring her with. Or wait, master missions here. 3 gold sealing stones, 4 guardians. But that's guarding the second stratum. That's a lot of grinding. 9 daydreams for the water belt. I don't remember how many recipes are in the game. I probably looked, I just don't remember. Delicious Bait 5. We're missing some books. They really want you to play Palm Party.
Confirming rank points accumulated. Liberation rank unchanged.
We're 1 point off of the Ares belt.
New contents available.
This is pretty tempting. I'm trying to remember, does the support character or only the tag-along get the EXP? Grab that.
New contents available.
Doing this in the off chance we get something easy.
New contents available.
This is cheap.
New contents available.
No. This one's tempting because of Risha. Yeah, I don't see this one working out because Gaius is too expensive. You can get Elisa's break, which is decent. You can get Agate's break. Swin is actually not bad to have as a tag along, I guess.
New contents available. Central core activated.
That's annoying. So I need Tita, Emma, and Sarah if I want to get these. And due to how expensive this is and the fact that Emma's just good, I wouldn't really have a problem bringing her with. Placing her with Tita, if I can find Tita. Oh, it did stop on Emma. So if I bring Rufus as my playable character, I can keep them fed in terms of CP. Before I forget, Emblem, Mercurius, Scorpio. I swiped her break quartz if I remember correctly. Emma is decked out from the look of it. Tita's fine.
Review missions.
Yeah, this is what I should have brought. Well, I should have gotten, I mean. So yeah, I'll have to do the talking after I take a break. I'm going to go upstairs and customize my equipment. We'll pick up downstairs after I do all that. So I'll see you in a moment. Okay, just to give you a quick rundown of what I've changed. I'm not going to show everything, but I got some of Tita's custom gear, some of Emma's gear off to tier, and same for Sarah. I may get better weapons, I'm not entirely sure, but we'll kind of see, because I think you can get better item drops for whoever you bring with you in there, so maybe that's where we'll get stuff for Lloyd and Rain, I don't know. Otherwise, we are 1 point short of getting the Ares, whatever it is, and hopefully we'll get it. Otherwise, in terms of setting, I still have the Tamamo gem here in order to try to charm enemies. For Tita, I don't think I made any changes, although the EP Cut 2 I could look to get rid of, because this isn't really a magic build, but then again it allows her to keep her clutch heal, and what does she get from Virgo? Yeah, she gets a few offensive spells from that. Infinity, not so much. You can see this is very much defensively suited. For Emma, I swapped out her cast 2 for a cast 3, and Sarah, we need to find one last thing. I think I made an evade 3, but I don't know if I gave that. I do have it here. Intimidation's a little tempting. Action, we do not have a physical attack thing here, so What kind of attack cords do I have? Ooh. Okay, there we go. I don't really care about this one. If I had like a better choice, I would probably take it, but like I could trade a little bit of power for some speed and range, but as far as I know, I don't need that. And the evades don't really justify their cost. The best thing probably for me would be another Byakko gem, but yeah, I don't have it. So we'll stick with that. So anyway, let's go do the rounds. Man, it's a content-wide party in here. This blows Phantasma out of the water. I know what you mean, it's a relief to have so many allies. But on the other hand, that means the trial we have to pass must be immense if it requires all of our combined strengths. That's a good point. But the trial in here and what's waiting for us in the real world must be daunting. Don't sweat it, things are gonna be just fine if we all work together. Looks like you guys have already made a real dent on the corridor, so now that we're here, the rest will be a cinch. Exactly, don't be afraid to turn to us. We're here to help you, Lloyd, and everyone else. Thanks, you two, I'll do that.
How's it going?
It's comforting to know that Estelle never changes no matter what kind of situation she's thrown in. You can lean on us when you're ready to venture into the corridor. We'll pull our weight and do whatever we can to help.
Time to get this party started!
I've never had the chance to team up with so many friends and familiar faces like this. I'm pretty stoked about it. Look at all the certified badasses on our team. I feel bad for anyone that wants a piece of us, am I right, or am I right, Reen? Another level has opened up. The trial feels like it's getting fiercer. I think so too. What I wouldn't give to be back in Ymir and take a dip in the hot springs right now. Oh yeah? So you're a hot springs kind of guy, Reen? I typically just take showers, but it's hard to pass up a good soak every now and then. Reminds me how nice the hot spring in Erin was back during the Great Twilight. Felt amazing. Ymir's hot springs are incredible as well. That snowy mountain backdrop makes for a wonderful view. Wouldn't it be nice if we all went on a hot spring trip when this is all over? Not gonna say no to that. I'd be happy to have you all over once things calm down again. Guess that gives us another reason to get through all of this. Let's keep at it, everyone.
What's wrong?
Come to think of it, we don't really have any notable hot springs in Crossbell. I wouldn't mind visiting Ymir to see what all the fuss is about. Name the time. I think a good soak at the Phoenix Wings will change your life.
So then...
My father is also an advocate of hot springs and the benefits they provide. That puts him in the same camp as Principal Le Guin, Master Cafe, and yourself. Wonder if Mastery of the Sword draws one to hot water. There's still much for me to learn, it would seem. Correlation doesn't imply causation. I wouldn't think about it too hard.
I'm happy you said hello.
Taking a dip in hot springs sounds really nice right now. I wish we had them in Crossbell. I heard Laboral has some good ones too. We have to soak in one of them someday. Feels just like yesterday I took a dip in New Year's hot springs. The snowy mountains I saw together with you were so beautiful, Reen. Wait, what on earth am I saying? Where are these memories coming from? Reen? Why can't I remember any of that? Man, this place's rules are even more inconvenient than I thought they'd be.
Hiya.
Just remember, didn't a bunch of fairy springs all over the place go berserk a while back? Makes me wonder if people sometimes come upon spring sources over in Crossville too. Wouldn't surprise me if they did. So I wonder if whoever you romantically entangle yourself with is going to be who was over there in place of Emma. Crossville being part of the Empire for a while led to the development of regional Mishis. But ultimately there's only one original Mishi, and he has an aura that can't be replicated. I couldn't agree more. I've come across several of the variants in my travels, but none have the same allure as the original. Dressing Mishi in all sorts of costumes and accessories only serves to detract from the bewildering expression and charming eyebrows. Precisely, I'm happy you're a woman of culture as well, Laura. Never thought my contemporary on all things Mishi would be Erebonian. I feel similarly. Mishi's Crossville fandom is much more fervent than I had imagined. I forgot that Laura secretly adored Mishi when we were students. I should get away from this conversation before I'm dragged into an hours-long lecture.
Yes? What is it?
Never expect to find someone from Ereboni who's as enlightened in the ways of Mishi as me. This is an opportunity to go over Mishi's illustrious history from the very beginning, starting with the Proto-Mishi.
Yes? All good?
Believe it or not, Mishi was an indispensable part of my training, always there to soothe me whenever I needed it. I can tell Tio's passion for him is the real deal. We're going to have a lot to discuss as we get to know each other, I suspect. That should do it. You're all set to keep riding. Thank you so much, Elisa. She must have taken some damage in the real world. Guess I was pushing her too hard. It's already an honor to meet the people responsible for engineering the orbital bike. I think they'd give mine a tune-up too. Don't mention it, we only played a small part in developing the bike anyway. It's pretty crazy to think those days we spent fiddling with it in the engineering building led to it being sold in Crossbell years later, though. It makes me feel a little proud, actually. They've only just started spreading around in terms of popularity. The marketing department is planning a huge push to get people to buy it. Hope yours will treat you well, Noelle. Absolutely, I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Yo, doing alright?
If it isn't the old Orbital bike we tinkered with back at Thor's, riding this thing around is gonna be a real nostalgia trip.
Notice anything strange?
I fell in love with the Orbital bikes the day they were announced to be going on sale. There's so many neat ride options compared to a few years ago that I feel like I've died and gone to heaven. I'd like to try piloting a Soldat too.
Oh, something up?
Seeing people ride around on them so happily makes me glad we took it upon ourselves to manufacture them. Hopefully we'll be able to produce lots of new and exciting models for years to come.
Hey there, you all good?
The longer I'm stuck in a confined space, the worse my cabin fever gets. I get antsy. Makes me want to hop on my Orbital bike and ride off to wherever my heart takes me. Once this is all blown over, I think I'll invite everyone to join me on a nice long road trip. That'd be fun. So let's go on up here. There's probably more people playing Vantage Masters, but I don't know if I'm going to do that now. Depends on how many they added. Because I think we still have to do Crow. Dang it. It's delicious. Never thought I could drink proper green tea in this strange realm. I'm honored that a true Easterner such as yourself would compliment my tea. This reminds me of how Master Kafai would make tea for me during my training years. Now that I think about it, didn't you tell me once that you have some Eastern blood, Toa? Yes, but not very much. She keeps it in a jar on her nightstand. I couldn't stand green tea when I was little, but I guess I grew out of that. Hey, you better not be thinking that I'm still a little Reen. No, I wasn't. What made you think that? Damn it, was my face that obvious? There's still plenty left, so help yourself to more if you'd like. I'll take you up on that.
Is something the matter?
I can't remember the last time I had authentic green tea like this. It's been so long. It's so soothing. You normally can't find green tea this good anywhere outside of Longlie. It hits the spot.
You need little old me.
I hope this is up to an expert scrutiny. You're more than welcome to join us. In fact, I insist. Sit down and relax.
Hi there.
Muse really has a talent for this. She reminds me of my grandfather in a way. Something smells great. I didn't expect to see Maki as the one holding black tea and Yus is drinking coffee. We each decided to try each other's favorites. I told them it was a waste limiting themselves to just tea or coffee. Beverages should bring us together, not drive us apart. Man, she missed the whole soft drink wars of the 1960s, huh? It's amazing what can happen when we look past our differences and reach across the beverage aisle to work together, isn't it? Because I think it was the 60s. I don't know when Coke and Pepsi went at it. Maybe it wasn't the 80s. I want to say it was the 60s. I must admit the governor has impeccable taste. This roasted blend's flavor is quite rich. And this black tea from the world is delicious. Not that I have much of an image for where it was produced. Happens to be made with the highest quality leaves from the department store in the capital. I can't get enough of their flavor as of late. And I still have more of Dad's coffee, so feel free to help yourself. I'm a little envious how fun they're having. Maybe I'll join them later.
I'm always up for a good chat.
The best part of any tea party is getting to sample so many different kinds of blends. The Ashen Chevalier is bipartisan when it comes to the battle between coffee and tea, is he? Wonder which he'd pick if he had to choose. Regardless, both sides of the aisle are welcome to relax with us here.
What do you need?
So this is the blend of choice in the Remnants household, then. Not bad. Perhaps I should ask Arnold to stock the same at the manor. Can't even talk right now.
Not sure what to make of any of this.
Perhaps I prefer a cup of tea to my usual coffee. There's a lot of depth to a good cup of tea's flavor. Maybe Dudley knows a good blend that I would enjoy.
Yo, all good?
You know, it's kind of wild how comfy this place is for being some alternate dimension. Guess that voice wasn't keen about meaning us no harm then. Yeah, though that doesn't make the situation any less incomprehensible. Just think of it as a forced vacation. Might as well relax. And play around Vantage Masters against me. I heard through the grapevine that you and Zephyr's boss had out in a game and you won. I gotta get me in on that. It's more because he lost on purpose. No need to be so humble. I'm always down, so hit me up when you have some free time. Alright, then I will. You do strike me as someone who'd be a pretty good player, so I bet we'll have some good matches. You can now play against Lecter.
Take a load off.
Do you know the old man was a coffee drinker? In fact, the coffee served in Liberal's palace was so good that he was addicted to it for a while. Takes me back. Didn't know that at all. Makes me a little envious that Lecter had moments like these with him. It's impressive to see how many bracers have reached A rank in the last several years. Feels like just yesterday that you'd become the youngest ever do at Valentine. Please, I'm long past being the up-and-coming rookie. Our current crop of young guns or something else. I heard someone in Calvert might just break Sarah's record. Bet Zin's feeling the pressure already. Could be a changing of the guard. Come on, none of us are that old. We can't let the next generation put us out to pasture yet. Competition or not, I'm glad to see they're doing so well for themselves. I believe we can thank you for leading by example with everything you've accomplished until now. Where's all the flattery coming from? Don't act like it doesn't describe you. Seriously, knock it off, Arios. You sound like you're a day away from retirement, but you're only in your 30s. Don't go calling it quits and put even more work down on the rest of our plates. I suppose you're right. There's still more for me to do, and plenty of opportunities to lead by example. Yeah, I don't really know about the bracers in Calvert, but one thing I'm a little curious about is how Zane's name is pronounced. I'm using his initial translation right there because I don't know if it's Zin or Zine. It could be Zine.
Just wandering around?
Is Stella and Joshua are the bracers they are today because they faced shit head on and didn't run away from their problems. But they'll always be the same reckless junior bracers to me. It's up to us vets to keep an eye out and show them the way when they need it.
From the looks of things.
I've carried out my duties as a bracer ever since I took part in Crossbell's independence as an act of atonement. Yet I feel as though I've lost sight of my initial intent. Could be a sign that my personal trials have just begun.
How you doing?
So, someone's finally breaking my record of being the youngest bracer to reach A rank. Records are meant to be broken, they say, but it's still motivation. Maybe this is finally the spark I need to shoot for S rank someday. What do you think? I think don't quit your day job. Not bad, I'm shocked you countered that. Lady Luck always did have a thing for me. Though, don't think I didn't see that card from outside your deck make it onto the field. It's a good thing I have a few tricks on my sleeve, too. Now you're talking my language, Hemisphere. May the best man win. Are you two just going to try to out-cheat one another? Oh, didn't see you there. This reminds me that I've heard that you play Vantage Masters as well. How about a match? Guys told me a lot about you. I find you rather fascinating in more ways than one. You don't say. Well, I've heard about you from Yuna and Gaius, too. I'm up for it if you are. As long as you don't cheat. Hand to the goddess. Playing fair and square can be entertaining every once in a while. Now I can go against Wazy.
This isn't ideal.
Well then, I suppose I've joined the fan club. I've always been drawn to people like you. You can never underestimate the power of charisma, huh? Nope.
Hear me out.
Thinks he can counter my Chin with a little Chin of his own, eh? I like his style. Here he used to lead a bunch of punk asses back in the day, yeah? I feel like I'm seeing a glimpse of what he was like back then. Hello, Rain. Hi, Elise. Well, this is a gathering of people I didn't expect to see. You can credit that to Zio. He does have a tendency to draw a crowd sometimes. Guess you could say the sight of him was a little nostalgic, that's all. I was telling guys how Baron Schwarzer would teach me the ways of falconry in my younger days. Never followed the sport myself. Certainly didn't expect you to have a connection with their father through it. Not to mention it's what led Rufus to eventually meet the Chancellor. I've always been grateful to your father. Not only did he introduce me to a certain someone, but he always looked out for me and staved off my boredom with the nobility when we were together. You don't say. Think I can understand why in retrospect. Dad has always been different than most. Well, I'd love to try my hand at falconry with you and Baron Schwarzer someday. If you wouldn't mind having me and Zio, of course. Would you? And you're not just saying that to be diplomatic. Very well, I'd be happy to should the opportunity arise.
Need me for something?
I have to hand it to Zio for always being a great conversation starter. I'd love to go falconing with Rufus and Baron Schwarzer sometime. You can say that again, Zio.
I have to do something.
That's right, I had something I wanted to tell you, Reen. I decided to start playing Vantage Masters too, since everyone's always talking about it. I know you're a busy man and all, but would you like to play together when you have time? Of course, I'd love to, Elise. The older we get, the harder it is to sit down and have fun together. It's important to make that quality time when we can. I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you, Reen. But I don't want you going easy on me simply because I'm your sister, alright? I'll be playing to win, and so should you. You can now play against Elise.
Now, this is a problem.
The good Baron was always very kind to me in my youth. I'll always think well of him. How funny that even with a man of his influence in my life, I still fell on the wrong path. I was curious if anyone was over here fishing, but I'm not seeing anyone.
I see some fish.
I'm just casting in once to see if the fish here have changed.
Another bite. Nice.
Wow. Yeah, this one's gonna be a little tough. Got it.
It's a whopper.
Blue Marlin. What's set 20? And an action 3. Hello. I may farm those suckers off camera. We have it on Emma already. I don't know if I have one on Sarah leaning towards Tina just because she's kind of slow. And it's up to you if you want to consider that a mental insult or a critique of her mech.
Are you troubled with something?
I may be less one-armed after the Great Twilight, but there are now some things I see more clearly than ever before. What a person sees during times of hardship, how they react. These are the proof of their true spirit. Now it's your turn to show me how your own spirit looks. You stand to gain much along this path, of that I am certain. Thanks for the workout. I knew going up against someone as fast as you would do me some good. Yes, well, speed is something both of our fighting styles value. It was a good experience for me as well. Though the mere idea of a bracer getting anything from training with a member of Ouroboros is ridiculous in its own right. Come on, don't be like that. It's not like we didn't get to team up during the Twilight. I just want to get stronger and overcome the trials in here and fix what's happening in reality. I've got to catch up with the boss and Sarah someday. Yes, and there are shoes left behind that I'd like to fill, impossible as it may be. Very well, I'll accompany you on this training journey, but don't you fall behind. Bring it on. Good luck to you two. Show us how it's done.
Sup?
Looks like I can finally get some pretty good training in here with Dooley. That was a pleasant surprise. Can make use of all I can. That's the only way I'll ever catch up to Sarah and the boss someday.
If you could keep it short.
I strive to reach the same heights as my illustrious lord in everything I do. That will never change. Therefore, it's only right I honor what she would have wanted and lend you my cooperation. You both have such beautiful hair. I'm a little jealous. Don't be. Your hair is plenty gorgeous, Ellie. Hey, Altina, Lapis, using our break to have your hair combed? Yes, making time to take care of it has been difficult, so she insisted I let her. Now my hair feels even softer than ever. This kind of thing is required to maintain the beauty of a genuine Rosenberg doll. I must say you're quite talented. You're even better at this than Nadia. Am I now? I do have some experience. An old friend of mine happens to love Rosenberg dolls, so she forced me to learn how to handle them when we were little. Is something the matter? Why the sad face all of a sudden? It's nothing, I'm fine. If I remember correctly. Right, she was good friends with Maria Belcroix.
Yes? Is something the matter?
I think I understand how now the pain of being separated from someone who's irreplaceable. Next time I see the Wellspring Alchemist, I have some choice words for her. Wellspring, of course, is Maria Bell, if you remember her nickname.
Just a minute.
There we go. She and I used to watch each other's hair now that I think about it. Guess this is really taking me back.
Oh, would you like to talk?
I'm amazed at how soft it feels. Wonder if she could teach Nadia how to brush my hair like this as well. Hey guys, doing some weapon maintenance? Bingo, I figured I'd invite everyone to join me since I was going to give a little bit of TLC to Berserker anyway. Even orbital staffs require a lot of maintenance. It can be tricky using a weapon that has a lot of moving pieces. So an orbital staff that can transform into an instrument in the CGF's latest weaponry here, and that's not all. That S weapon you have is rather impressive now that I get a better look. Yeah, I guess the workshop's handiwork sticks out, huh? This baby's my ace for when things get real bad. This old gal and I have been through a lot, so I'm pretty attached to her by now. You don't say. Just how much, I wonder? Of course, you would talk about your weapon like that, Randy. But I admit I have a special bond with my gunbreakers after the last year at the branch campus. They feel like they're a part of me now. Says the girl who's been neglecting them and came to help me in a panic asking for help with maintenance. You weren't supposed to tell anyone about that. Still got a long way to go, you know?
You got a sec?
I've been using the same Wobble staff ever since I graduated. Feels like it's a part of me now. In fact, I once nearly walked on stage with it instead of a violin before a concert and almost had a heart attack. That would have been pretty embarrassing. Thank goodness you realized in time.
Need me?
I learned how to use my weapons back in our past life, I'll call it. Can't say I think back of them fondly, but I'd be up the creek without these, so I gotta keep using them. If they let me help you guys overcome what's going on, then that's the most I can ask for. Dang it.
You, got a sec?
My gunbreakers have practically become a part of me since I rolled to the branch campus. They feel like they're my signature weapons. Let me know when we're headed out and I'll put them to good use.
Hey, making the rounds?
You can learn a thing or two from Ash, Uni. He actually keeps up with his maintenance. Just rub it in, why don't you? Well, I'm not gonna let a cocky jerk like Ash outdo me.
Hey, making the rounds?
And he just repeats that. You girls are so lucky to have partners that you're really connected with. S has always treated me like I'm his little sister. How am I gonna get anywhere with him? Fellas can be so dense, huh? You just can be a real blockhead, too. So Swin's got you stuck in the friend zone, eh? I don't know if that's exactly her problem. Besides, things aren't like that between me and Agate yet. Yet, huh? The way you two act around each other, I figured you'd been together forever. You know what? It's a great time for some girl talk. Spill, ladies want to hear every sordid detail you got. At least she's not having any trouble fitting in. Guys, this could happen in reality too.
So like...
Eustace, he plays hard to get, but he's loved me since the day we met. Anyway, since I'm the more experienced one here, I'll teach him everything I know. Just try not to say anything that Eustace will live to regret. I mean, yes, I think I made some progress with him, but Hagen and I still aren't. You're so adorable.
I got a question for you.
You were eavesdropping, weren't you? Don't be gross. Everyone knows that boys aren't allowed when girls are talking romance. My bad, I'll be more careful. Don't sweat it, I was just being cute. Oh yeah, while you're here, there's something I wanted to ask you. We're getting this whole Vantage Masters thing, right? Been looking for people to play against. Think you could be one of those people? Sure, count me in, I'm always up for a round. And I'll play against Nadia. Sorry to keep you waiting, Lady Celine. Thanks. That fish looks so fresh and delicious and tasty. Get a hold of yourself, Celine. I can do this. I'm in control. Meow. What's going on here? I'm helping Celine with her human form training. According to her, she struggles with keeping her feline instincts in check. Sadly, it would seem she's failed this particular test. Poor Celine, she's got her work cut out for her.
Say something or don't. Come
What?
on.
Don't tell me you saw that. I'll have you know that maintaining my human form while I hold my cat one back is a lot harder than it looks. Okay, I believe you. Settle down. I hope it gets easier for you if it's that much of a struggle. Spare me your pity.
I'm
She's
ready
got a
to
fish
do
to eat.
whatever you ask.
Being here with Celine reminds me of all the wonderful times we shared together back in the dorm in Trista. I'll have to make sure she has the very best in cat food prepared so that she too can perform at her utmost in the trials ahead. Yeah, is that everyone? So yeah, there's a few trials I can't do yet. To show you what I mean, let's hop over to the... Oh, no, not the stratum, the entrance. If I were able to bring more people into the corridor with me, I'd try to level up some of the lower guys because, like, Claire has fallen extremely far behind, I think. Is it here? Or is that the entrance to the stratum? It's upstairs. So I imagine with the better gear I have unlocked, these will probably be even easier when I finally do tackle them. So Lloyd and Kurt, Tio, ML, Tina Lapis. That one I might actually have. Be Tio and Emma I need to check. Lloyd, Kurt, 114. Oh yeah, Emma's way above. So yeah, Kurt does make the requirement. Let's see what he's packing real quick. She's at 119. Maybe we can make it work.
Trials available.
Looks like we're dealing with Risha in the Red Constellation's own Shirley. Indeed, one is a legendary assassin hailing from the east, while the other is an enforcer serving Ouroboros. They may be imposters, but I sense just as much ferocity in them as the real ones. Guess it wouldn't make for much of a trial if they went easy on us. I'm starting to believe there really is a reason we've all been gathered here. Maybe we can puzzle that out later. We're done for if we make even one wrong move against these two. Stay sharp, everyone. Right.
Watch out! This one's tough! Break them! They're open!
Too slow!
Wait, do I have to scan these two? Yeah. Well, we'll worry about that later.
I was foolish.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Trial door presented.
Watch out! This one's tough!
Okay, we can use the steal a crit turn.
There!
Soulless being that has taken on Risha's form, having shed itself with burdensome emotions, it concerns for naught but the weapon in her hand.
Not today!
Right! Keep strong! Toughness shield! It's my turn!
So right now I just want to steal the healing turn.
There!
Soulless being that's taken on Shirley's form, desiring destruction, it swings her Testarossa with wild abandon. They still overuse that name.
Let's go!
My turn.
I was curious if there was a way to line that up, but it's just too thin still. Still have the whole problem of Kurt having crap range.
Let's go.
Right!
He doesn't have a healing move.
Right!
I appreciate it. Very well. There!
There! Let's go!
So one's on fire and one's frozen.
Keep strong! Let's go! Now!
I think Risha might be poisoned also.
Not today! Let's go.
Yeah, she is. That's what I was afraid of. And she's enhances,
My
so
turn.
we're back to square one trying to break her.
Now!
So that actually doesn't make any sense.
Very well. Not today!
I won't let you!
My turn.
So the only reason I showed that, in case you're wondering, is because the eyes were different.
Crash! Let's go.
Let's go! open!
Too slow.
I imagine
Let's
she's
go.
just going to stand up in a second, so this doesn't really accomplish too much.
Here we go. My turn.
Kurt's almost out of CP.
There. There.
It's my turn.
Crash.
Right. They're open!
Too slow.
She's down.
It's over!
My turn. Ha. Here we go.
There! Right. Hey! Yeah. Now!
Too slow. My turn. Ha. There.
There! It's my turn.
I don't think we need to burn any more points.
They're open!
Too slow.
So the reason why I was confused was because I did this fight
My
earlier,
turn.
and we should just did a turn 1
Here we go.
S-Craft,
There!
just instantly ending it.
Let's go!
She didn't do that here, but she still went through
They're
the
open.
enhancement, which
Too
is why I was
slow.
confused, because sometimes
Very
she
well.
has her S-Craft, sometimes she doesn't. It's just not consistent.
That was the Vander style in raw form.
We can probably fight them over again if we wanted to get the scans we didn't get them the first time. We'll peek and see if they let us do it again. Anyway, that should change their brave orders. Rising Sun is now Rising Nova. Gemini Judgment is True Gemini Judgment. Oh, it's a craft that changes?
Trial door presented.
Yeah, you can go back in there. So here's Rising Nova, and here's True Gemini Judgment. This one's a little bit better, I guess. It seems like it's a smaller area, but make of what you will. So before we wrap this up, let's hop over to the entrance. I'm not going to bother with the other one now because I figure that's going to be a proper melee with 4 people.
Visitor access detected.
It's not that one. There it is. So now we can collect our accessory.
Confirming rank points accumulated. Liberation rank changed. Transferring rank reward.
And yeah, we don't have enough. So, what do we get? If I were to ditch this... Would help her actually cast her crap, so we'll put it on her for the moment. But, yeah, I'm going to put the break here, and when we pick up next time, we'll actually be moving into the corridor itself, the 3rd stratum. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.